Heather Martin reveals if BFF Hannah Brown has issues with Adam Woolard. Bachelor alum Heather Martin is opening up and revealing if her BFF Hannah Brown is having relationship issues with her fiancé Adam Woolard. Fans have been questioning if things are still good between the two since she announced to her fans that she and Adam no longer live together. What does Heather know about their situation? Does she think there is trouble in paradise? Keep reading to get the scoop. Heather Martin spills the tea on Hannah Brown and Adam Woolard. Bachelor alum Heather Martin got her start on the franchise when she appeared on Matt James' season of the show. She had previously met him through her best friend and bachelorette Hannah Brown. Things didn't work out with Matt, and he ended up sending her home. Heather is still waiting on her perfect someone, but in the meantime has been doing great things. She's also been spilling some tea on her bestie Hannah Brown. Hannah Brown and Adam Woolard are engaged and actually purchased their dream home in Nashville in 2024. They have been living together for much of their relationship. However, suddenly a few weeks ago, Hannah announced that she and Adam were no longer residing at the same house. She explained that her faith has always been important to her, and lately, Adam has been diving more into his faith as well. Together as a couple, they felt living apart until they are husband and wife is what God is guiding them to do. What does Heather think of this, and does she have any inside tea to spill on their relationship? She appeared on the Almost Famous podcast and spilled what she knows about Hannah and Adam's relationship and their decision to live apart for now. According to Heather, Hannah and Adam are great and still very much in love. She's been getting tons of messages from concerned fans asking her about their relationship status. Heather said, "I know the wedding's planned, so they're not breaking up. I know everyone. I've gotten so many messages from people." She confirmed their reasons for living apart. Heather Martin went on to confirm that Hannah Brown's reasons for living separately from her husband-to-be are accurate. She said, "I've been a Christian forever, but I think Adam was baptized this year and they really started, as a couple, to focus on their faith." Heather continued her explanation saying, "And I think as Christians, I think they felt like a little bit of a conviction about living together, and so they're like, yeah, for our relationship, I think it's going to be the best thing to move out and just really have that like special bond when we get married." She also shared that their wedding is coming up soon, and they are very excited about it. She is also excited for her friend and Adam to finally get married. Heather Martin sat down for an impromptu coffee chat with a friend, her phone buzzing on the marble countertop. She had been debating whether to even say anything, but after watching Hannah Brown's latest Instagram story, where she and Adam Woolard cozied up in matching loungewear, sipping coffee on a picturesque balcony, she couldn't hold back anymore. "Okay, but does no one remember what happened last summer?" Heather said, stirring oat milk into her iced coffee. Her friend raised an eyebrow. "What do you mean?" Heather leaned in, lowering her voice as if someone might be listening. "Look, I love Hannah, obviously," she said, flipping her blonde hair over her shoulder. "She's been through a lot. I mean, the whole Jed situation, Peter's mess. We've all seen her go through some things. But Adam, let's just say I have some thoughts." Her friend's jaw dropped. "Spill. Now." Heather took a slow sip of her coffee, reveling in the moment before finally giving in. "The beginning of Adam and Hannah. Okay, so here's the thing," she started. "When Hannah first met Adam, she was not looking for anything serious. She had just come off this whirlwind of a dating life, right? Like, one minute she's winning Dancing with the Stars, the next she's low-key reconnecting with Tyler Cameron, and then, poof, Adam enters the chat." Her friend nodded, and he seemed perfect. Super hot, into fitness, loves dogs. Heather smirked. Exactly, too perfect. She tapped her nails against the coffee cup. "I remember Hannah telling me, he's just so different from the guys I've dated before. He's stable. He's grounded." And I was like, "Yeah, girl, that's great. But are you sure he's as perfect as he seems?" The red flags. "So what happened?" her friend asked, wide-eyed. Heather took a dramatic pause. "I started noticing things. Like little things that didn't add up. For example, Adam is super private, like, doesn't post a lot, doesn't overshare. But whenever he did show up on Hannah's socials, it was always so curated, like they were playing a role. Her friend scoffed. Okay, but isn't that just how influencers are? Maybe, Heather admitted. But there was this one time. We were all hanging out at a beach house in Malibu, and Hannah had been acting kinda distant all day. I finally pulled her aside and asked if everything was okay. She just sighed and said, "Sometimes I feel like I'm trying so hard to be the perfect girlfriend." Her friend gasped, "No way." Heather nodded. I asked her what she meant, and she just shook her head and said, "Adam has this idea of me. And I love him, but I don't know if I can always live up to it." The turning point. So did she ever talk to Adam about it? Her friend asked. Heather shrugged. Not that I know of. But after that, things started to change. They took a little break. Nothing major, just some space. But when they got back together, it felt different. She was suddenly all in again, posting more, doing coupley interviews, acting like they were the fairy tale love story. Her friend frowned. That doesn't sound healthy. Heather sighed. That's the thing. I do think she loves him. And he's obviously crazy about her. But sometimes I wonder if Hannah has spent so much time chasing stability that she's ignoring the part of her that craves adventure. The engagement rumors. So do you think they'll get engaged? Her friend asked. Heather hesitated, biting her lip. Honestly, probably. But I don't know if it'll be the forever kind of engagement. Her friend leaned in. What do you mean? Heather sighed again, stirring her drink. I think Hannah wants to prove, to herself, to the world, that she can have this perfect love story. And Adam is a great guy, don't get me wrong, but I just hope she's doing it for the right reasons. Her friend sat back, processing everything. Wow. That's a lot. Heather nodded. Yep. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll prove everyone wrong and live happily ever after. Her phone buzzed again. This time, a text from Hannah herself. Hannah. Girl, we need to talk. Heather exhaled. Or maybe not.